made two videos since I've come back from my travel. And the first one I deleted by accident and it went straight gone, not to trash. So that was an hour's worth of stuff. That one was about all the stuff I bought and brought down with me and that. Maybe I'll do an update on that and I'll put out another one. The second one was a video I did yesterday on the um, Macintosh 128 board that came from a friend out there and that he sent me for me to take a look at. And so um, that board had on it the MT memory. Um, all of it was the MT memory. And you see, why is my CPU usage going so up when I've got a new graphics card in here? Anyway, we'll see what it does. I may have to tweak it some more and make it work better. Maybe the actually encoding is not set up right. See, 80% CPU usage. Anyway, um, so I changed out, I determined some of the memory was bad by using a FLIR thermal viewer. I couldn't tell by the screen because the screen was very jumbled up. I did get a SATA Mac and it did have a code below it, but you couldn't read what the code was. So as I changed the memory, as I took out memory that I knew was bad by both using the FLIR and by using the scope for me to see where the data did not look right or the address lines did not look right and so forth, I was able to determine which of the RAMs to actually take off. Um, Luckily, I was able. Well, let me show you the board here. Let's go to the desk view. Here's the board. Um, and if I zoom in some, where's my controller? I have it here on the side view also. Okay, so we can see here. Here the memory. Still has some of the original MT chips, the ones with the Apple on them. And out of the 16, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that were bad. And as I replaced memory on the screen, I would do a test after each one, or I may change two and then do a test. I was seeing on the screen that the signal was that the display was getting better, and I could slowly see the numbers coming in, and some of the other lines were disappearing and so forth. So the memory does have a lot to do with the video. So anyway, so as I changed in that, and then when I got down to the last one, I was able to see a reading very good on the screen. It said 02, which is memory bus actually addresses, and I was getting 0020. 0020 means that it is the chip. It is chip number 5, and it's in the F bank. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was the last one that I had to change. And once I changed that, and all these other ones, now a lot of these are still the Apple chips because they are good. I was just socketing everything. I just went through and socket as much as I could because I kept on testing memory, and the because I only had 7 new chips for me to put in here. I didn't have a full 16. I couldn't change everything, and the owner of the board would like to keep as much of the original MT chips as possible. So the so I socketed, but then I also went back and tested the MT chips to make sure which ones were good and which ones were bad that I was taking out, and that's why some of them are in socket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are in socket, and then the other 7 are the ones I changed. Once I did this, the board came up. I had display, I had everything. I could boot up into OS, but I was not getting a chime. I was not getting a bong. Um, so I then went and checked further. I plugged in a headphone into the microphone jack, well, into the speaker, into the headset jack and or speaker, and I was getting a bong. So I knew then it was something in this that was bad. Now, the way this jack works, is the audio goes to the jack first. And if there's no headphone or if there's nothing plugged in, then the jack, the two connectors on the jack, the actually current flows through, and then it continues on and it comes out of pin 4 here. Remember, this is 1, 2 is blank, 3, 4. Then you get a signal on pin 4 for it to go to the analog board and to the speaker. Inside this jack is just brass or copper, a, a copper metal bent and with a spring in it, and it's got a lever. Okay, so this back piece is fixed. This lever here is actually springed, and it's kind of raised like actually that. So when a headphone jack comes in, it pushes down on this piece, which then makes it that it's not making contact. So then the signal will never get to the analog board. But if there's no jack in it, it will make contact, and then the current will actually flow. Well, there was so much corrosion in the jack, it was all green and yucky and that. So I ended up actually unsoldering it, taking it apart, opening up the plastic piece, taking it all out, sanding it, and one of the things I bought when I was away were these things here. They're plastic sanding needles. I bought them at actually Hobby Lobby. They were $4.50. This is a 320 grit, and this is plastic, but it's coated with sandpaper. I mean, it's really sandpaper on the outside. Um, so this side is pointed, this side is tapered. So with this, I was able to sand that very nice and clean. Now the other reason why I bought these was for me to try, is on chips a lot of times they get dirty. So if you have something of sandpaper like actually this, you might be able to just sand it and clean it. Okay. So anyway, I'm trying it out. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna buy again. They do have them a bit smaller also. So anyway, Hobby Lobby, a lot of good stuff, but you have to walk around aisle by aisle and look and try to find the things that you want. If you don't do that, you're not going to find the things that you want, and um, they are scattered all over the place. Okay, I even got some new brushes, see, and these are a bit softer, um, and a bunch of other stuff that I got. Anyway, so on this board, then I cleaned out the jack and everything, and then put it back together. It was making contact then, and I was getting it to actually come through. I mean, it's real easy to actually test. I mean, if you're not getting a bong and you are getting it with the headphone, just do a continuity test on these two last pins and see if you got current going through. That's it. I mean, a real actually simple board, but it can be picky. It can be real picky. So anyway, um, so then I was getting bong and everything now, and so I want to show you all what's happening with this. So I do have a case here. So I'm gonna put this board in here. All right, let's connect the slot. Let's connect the power. The floppy. Let me get this. Turn on this light so I don't have that glare. Okay. It. And we should have the icon there. I have to dim it so that you can see it better on the screen. There you go. Okay, so let's put in a disk. There we go. Now this is version 1 of system, of the Mac system. So not much here. I don't even have a mouse or a keyboard connected, so you're only gonna get to see this. But yeah, there it is. So we got the bong, we got the logic board working. Um, Now this is not a 128 case. This is a 512, although they're just about the same. It is a 400K floppy drive. Oh, I need to eject that floppy. Oh, jeez, and I can't do it without. Yes, I know. I can stick something in there, but I don't know where my little eject stick is. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see it there. So I went to get a keyboard. Sorry. Um, do the E. Floppy comes out. There we go. So we are good. This machine works. At least the logic board is fine. Um, God, why are these so hard to get out? All right, so we are good with this one. Let me put this keyboard away. Disconnect the power. Where did I put the floppy disks? So, anyway, so this video is just a short little update on this logic board for this 128. Um, so I know now that works. I know that works, but I do have. Yes, this is how I pack all my stuff in my suitcase to bring down. I like using this painter's tape because it's easy to take off of this bubble wrap and you can reuse the bubble wrap. It doesn't get covered with all sorts of tape. And okay, you can easily peel it all off. So now this person that owns this logic board also sent me the analog board because the analog board too has major issue. All right, from this side the analog board looks pretty decent. Um, the caps look alright, but what the problem is that there's a lot of corrosion on the back end. Here, here, here. So I'm gonna have to go through all along up here. It's real bad. So I'm gonna have to check trace by trace to see about continuity and condition of the core of this board. I don't know if from the side view you can see it a bit better. See down here. See here. So you can see some down here, all down here. I need to check. Okay, and then here. All here, I want to check all these traces. They look very black, very dirty. Apparently the battery leaked and this machine was on the side or something. All here. And then up here. So I'm gonna be doing some work on this. I don't feel like doing a video on it because it's gonna be very boring. Because all I'm gonna do here is with my magnifier sit down and check each trace and the condition and see if it has continuity. You see, I mean, basically something like I see this. I got my meter here, and I need to check. Okay, see that has continuity. See, so this is the type of. This is what I gotta sit here and actually do to make sure that these traces are actually good. So it's a bit boring work, but yeah, it's how I gotta check and make sure this board is good before I power it up for me to see what the problem is. And I don't think it's been. No, that's not been recapped. These are still the original. I think it's the original glue. I don't. Yeah, it has been a recap. No, because this is. Some have been recapped. Anyway, I'll be working on this analog board today, and hopefully I'll get it working, and we get this board up and going. I don't want to plug it in yet until I have checked it over. I still see an original reefer here. I do have a cap kit that I can throw on this. So anyway, folks, this was my update on the 128 logic board, and I gave you all a little preview of what I'm gonna be working on moving forward now. And yeah, well, this flyback looks nice. It looks good. So anyway, let me end this video here. I may start working on this logic on this analog board and see where I get with it. And anyway, thank you for watching. And if you like the video or you want to support, give me a thumbs up. That will be helpful. Okay, thank you so much, y'all. And keep an eye out for the next video, which is going to be discussing this actually analog board and maybe some actually repairs on it. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a good day.